Day 45.
So today's been a good day for me, which is nice. We're back into positives and stuff, and I'm here with a very special young man called Jack, who I will go on to talk about now. So I met you, what, 5 years ago, we reckon?
Yeah.
What, 5 years ago, and you would have been 7. How old were you when you had your stroke?
I think it was 7.
7. So I met him in a Londis. Don't know why that's relevant information. And he was in a wheelchair with tubes and all sorts of things because he just had his stroke. And then you had a medulloblastoma.
Yeah.
Which is what? What's a medulloblastoma?
Is a brain tumour, a type of cancer.
Brain tumour, a type of cancer. So Jack was 7 when I met him, and this had just been found. And obviously then, well, what happened? How did you then get to hear from there?
So when they operated on my head to get out the tumour, and then when I was rightish to do chemo, I did chemo, and then I did radiotherapy, and then I did chemotherapy again.
5 years ago. So you're now 11?
12.
Sorry, you're 12. You're now 12 and in year
7.
I keep forgetting. And obviously I'm now older, I'm now 26 and feeling about 55. But particularly throughout my battles over the last 5 years since I met Jack, he's been one of the sort of inspirations that I have for when things do get a bit difficult, fighting through. Because I mean, the battle he faced and journey that he's been on is very different to mine, but ultimately on a human level, I suppose, it is about not giving up, would you say?
Yeah.
Did you ever give up?
No.
No? So, I'll tell you what, I'll promise you, because you fought your battles and are fighting your battles, that I will carry on fighting my battles.
Yeah.
Deal?
Yeah.
Deal. Boom. So the reason I know Jack is, whilst I was jobbing as an actor, I was doing some part-time LSA work, learning support assistant work, and the role that I had with Jack was to support him when he came into school and stuff. We'd go off and just do things, play football together or whatnot, which was quite good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of the things that I picked up was you either laugh or you cry, I suppose. And you had it, you'd always fall over and you'd laugh at yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And that was nice. And the first couple of times it was, I can't laugh at this, and then when I got to know you, it was like, oh, actually, this is just good fun. So the reason that I wanted to introduce Jack to you all is that in a moment of madness, today I've finally finished signing up to run the Basingstoke half marathon on October the 7th this year, and I'm going to raise money while doing that for 2 different charities. One is Calm, who are there to prevent or do as much as they can to stand up against male suicide, and the other is Sophie's Appeal, which is a charity very close to Jack and his family's hearts. So I messaged Jack's mum, Lee, who's over there, and does not want to come on camera, and said, "What I want to do something for Jack because he is an inspiration for me, really." And we'll do the sock thing now. When I first started working with Jack, one of the things I used to do to make sure that he'd enjoy coming into school was I used to wear odd luminous clothing. So I'd have luminous shorts and luminous socks that just looked ridiculous. And every day since I stopped working with Jack, I've still worn odd luminous socks. So any of you who've known me in the last 5 years would have noticed the socks at some point, and that's why they're there, which is quite cool, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked Lee what would be a good charity, and she picked Sophie's Appeal, partially because the different services for the situations that Jack has been through and his family have been through, Sophie's Appeal, particularly their work in Winchester, was so helpful to making them feel secure and safe and providing really top level care, as well as some of the other services. But in their experience, when it comes to donations and financial help, Sophie's Appeal and the team in Winchester do get a little bit kind of forgotten about, so it's very close to their hearts, and has obviously made a massive difference to your life.
Yeah.
In getting you from the little boy that I met in the wheelchair that time to who you are now.
Yeah. Big shout out to Dr. Rod, because he really helped me, because he was like always there. Like you can just call him and he'll be there.
So I am going to be running 13.2 miles to try and... In odd socks. Do look out for the odd socks. Head to Basingstoke if you see odd luminous socks that look a little bit like this. I've got my shoes on. Then you'll know it's me, so give us a shout and a wave. I've never run anything really in my life. I've done sports and played football and whatever, but I've never committed to running. Actually, I find running a little bit boring, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for me. But please do, if you can, support these two very good causes. Obviously, two very different struggles in life from two very different people. But I'm glad we're different people. I like you, you're good. And the links are below. There are two Just Giving pages. Jack's mum has just gone off to try and source some pictures for me to share with you from Jack when he was 7 into who he is now, and it is a massive difference. Look at you.
Yeah.
Don't look like the child that I met all those years ago. I don't look like the man you met either. I'm about 6 stone heavier. No, you're not, kitten. Thanks, Jack. So please do support if you can, and share, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.